What are you guys cheering for? She barely said anything. Hey, you watch your mouth. I found my new guilty pleasure in the last few years, and that is watching anime with women who don't speak. Wait. But I have fallen in love with animes that don't necessarily need the main character to speak all the time. Some of the best anime moments in history have no words. Now let's talk anime. This anime takes place at Eton Private High School, an infamous school that you can only get into through interviews. But there's a twist. They only allow absolute freaks in. If it only allows weirdos in, then how did it become so famous? Wouldn't their scores be so low? Shut up, plot police. This is Komi. She has extreme social anxiety, which I'm sure you would know if you've seen the anime, because I'm sure that you've heard this line a few times.
コミ症とは、人付き合いを苦手とする症状。またはその症状を持つ人を指す。
We get it! You don't have to say it every episode. Nobody ever noticed that she wasn't talking back in middle school, because she was so beautiful.
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it makes sense.
Without even trying, she accidentally becomes the most popular girl in the school. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, they make her class president or something. Do not be so foolish, you blasphemous idiots. A title such as class president could never contain her. So, they named her God. And like God, everyone fears talking to her because she has more spiritual pressure than even Ichigo. Her spiritual pressure makes people fall to their knees in her presence. And her goal in this anime is to get 100 friends. I have 100 friends on Discord. Not the same thing. God, I sound like one of those old people. Online friends aren't real friends because you've never met them. Oh, also she turns into a cat randomly. Don't ask me the reason behind it, but it gets a thumbs up from Lunar. We also get, what's his name again? Dang it, I gotta Google who it is. Haha, Tadano, of course. I knew that, and many would argue that he's the main character. Is his name in the title? I don't think so. That's like saying a Kamiga Kill is about Tatsumi. I mean, you can tell he's not an anime protagonist. He doesn't even have the window seat. Tadano just wants to be an average student that blends in during high school. He's also the only one who understands how Komi feels, and acts as a translator at times. And don't ask me why he has a flower on his head, just pretend it's a shuriken. Most people don't like this character, but I really think that he's perfect for the role. Do I like him? Not really, but I think in this anime, he's perfect. This is Osana, gender unknown. I just like to imagine that there's just like a black hole where Osana would have reproductive organs. This character is the foil to Komi, with more friends than you can count. Alright, now I'm gonna speedrun the next few characters because they kinda suck. We have girl that wants to be somebody's dog. You know those people you see on TikTok? Basically that. The girl that if she was hit by Chuck-kun, I wouldn't lose any sleep over. The character that you can't look me dead in the eye and tell me it's not budget Megumin. Wait, is this a Lelouch joke? Basically, she's a female otaku. Katai, my second favorite character on the show, which shows just how terrible my sense of humor is. He's misunderstood as a thug, even though he's just a nice guy, just always makes the wrong moves. Now that the refresher's over, let me explain why this anime is so great. Oh my god, is it because Komi's just like me? I have social anxiety. Wrong. Unlike you, Komi is hot and tries to make friends. I wish I could say that one of the reasons I like this anime is because of the characters, but it's honestly just because I like Komi as a character. I think most people watch the anime and say, well, why is she not just talking? Is it because of anxiety? Wrong. Most people miss this because they were too busy worshipping the ground that Komi walks on. But the reason that she doesn't talk to people isn't that simple. She's afraid of what other people will think about her if she speaks. She's already under the impression that nobody likes her, so she has always been afraid to speak her mind. For example, have you ever said something super cringy and you look back at that memory and just want to die? While she is afraid of the act of talking to people, she's more afraid of what follows. What will they think of her? Will they like her? This is a big hurdle people have to jump over when uploading stuff to the internet, because you have to understand that not everyone is gonna like you and what you talk about. But then you read their comment and realize that they're just 5th graders and move on with your life. But when she does begin to talk, she begins to learn that there's nothing to be afraid of, and she can make friends who like her, even if they all are freaks. Second, as you may know if you've seen my channel, I love a good comedy. While I wouldn't say that, wow, this is comedy gold, like Love is War or Konosuba, this show is still really funny. I know what you're thinking. How can silence be funny? Well, let me give you an example. Keep in mind that this clip isn't edited. Okay, maybe my funny bone is just broken, and I laugh at stupid things. But there are so many situations that are just funny because of misunderstandings. Such as when Komi tries to speak, but only part of the words come out. So it's misunderstood as something else. It's just good comedy. Alright, welcome back to everyone's favorite short part of the video, where Lunar talks about animation for 2 seconds because all he can say is, Wow, pretty. Okay, so the animation for this anime is great because sometimes it's this and sometimes it's this, depending on the mood. When a mood changes, so does the animation style. And wow, it looks so pretty. Okay, moving on. I will now speak about my problems with the anime, so you guys get your hate comments ready. First off, this chalkboard scene was the most powerful scene in the anime, but Netflix ruined it. I mean, look at this fan-made version. It's so much better because of the way the subtitles were done. Another problem is going to be the pacing of the show. This show is being stretched farther than Luffy. It's not a problem at the moment, but if this show continues at the same pace for another 2 seasons, I think I'll get bored. In any story, there must be a good progression of the main character. So I would picture this as an anime with 4 seasons. But due to the popularity, the manga is being stretched out. I mean, they're making whole chapters about random characters. But like I said, it's not a problem for now because the progression that Komi is making is pretty decent. But I am a bit scared for the show's future. So now the big question, do I recommend watching this anime? Hell yeah, brother! Hello, Outro Lunar here. Click here if you want to see my channel. Click over here if you want to see my most recent video. Click over here if you want to see the recommended video. Alright, bye.